All right, y'all. I have for you now a tale as old as time. So I remember back 2008, 2009, we had the subprime mortgage crisis, the Great Recession. Everybody was struggling. They did a stimulus bill. I think it was $787 billion. And as part of that stimulus bill, of course, there were all these like little infrastructure projects all around the country. And what happened is virtually all the Republicans voted against this stimulus bill. But then when the money started coming into their districts for projects, for their roads and their bridges and their constituents, all of a sudden, these people who voted against the bill would start bragging that they brought this money into their district. Shameful. Well, to them, shameless, actually, is what it is. So acting like they were responsible for this positive thing that was happening when they fucking voted against that thing, this happens all the time. This just happened. We covered a local news segment. I think it was in Miami. You have a female Republican congresswoman who was taking credit for something she voted against, and apparently the host did his homework and really grilled her on that, and she embarrassed herself, basically had no answer whatsoever. Lauren Boebert just did this. We talked about that. Well, now we got another one of the morons. Marjorie Taylor Greene brags about federal funds coming into her district that she voted against. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene sent out email blasts in recent days boasting of securing federal funds for infrastructure projects in her district that she actually voted against. Greene raged against a package of funding bills earlier this year, saying, quote, "Republicans have no excuse for having brought this minibus forward." She then proceeded to vote against the bills that both kept large parts of the government funded and included some $9.3 million in earmarks for her district. However, now that the money is being spent on her constituents, Greene is taking full credit. House Democratic staffer Aaron Frischner shared several screenshots of Greene's email blasts from this week, which included various news reports about the spending in her district. Greene emails her constituents a Rome News Tribune write-up of her press release boasting she secured over $3.8 million in federal funding for the runway extension at Richard B. Russell Regional Airport. The story fails to note that she voted against the bill, wrote Frischner on X, dubbing the practice voting no and taking the dough. That's exactly what it is. Congresswoman Greene meticulously sought out projects that would improve quality of life, increase economic and social development, assist localities with vital funding needs, and harness community support, read the Rome News Tribune report, quoting Greene's office. This is like pathetic. This is like North Korea style shit. Just give some flowery sounding quote and they write it down and they don't even fact check to say, hey, asshole, you voted against this. So anyway, this is the news report and the Marjorie Taylor Greene comment. It's all laid out for you here. Business Insider noted that Representative Lauren Boebert also voted against the same bill, which included some $20 million for projects in her district that she is now campaigning on having secured. Can't wait for the ribbon cutting and to see these priorities come to fruition, Boebert said in a statement on Monday, noting the 10 different projects in her district set to receive the federal funds she voted against. Some 40 House Republicans voted in early March against the spending package that had earmarks for their districts. So look, here's the thing, man. Very simple point on this. If you're going to vote against it, look, that's democracy, right? Not everybody's going to vote the way I want them to vote every step of the way. That's obvious. But if you're going to vote against it, at least be principled enough and have enough integrity to pull a Ron Paul or a Thomas Massey and release a statement bragging about how you voted against this big government spending bill, which I fear will get us into more debt and will increase the deficit and lead to inflation. And you know all the typical scaremonger things they say about any government spending. Okay, well, release a statement defending your perspective, make an argument for your perspective, even if it's a wrong argument. At least acknowledge the facts of the matter. At least be open and honest. But they're not open. They're not honest. They have no integrity. They go out there and take credit for the fucking thing they voted against. Guys, if we were to pass universal health care tomorrow, all of these idiots would vote against it. And then in a matter of probably 5 or 10 years, they would be bragging about, oh, look at this amazing healthcare system we've created that I secured the funding for in my district. This is what happens. It's always happened. So the part that gets me is not even that she's just wrong on this. It's that she's lying. It's one thing to be wrong but be honest about it. It's another thing to be lying. Stop lying to all of these goons. Stop lying. Because you know what? The truth is going to come out. And now we've seen it every single time this happens. The truth comes out, right? I remember when Joe Biden in 2012 in the vice president debate called out Paul Ryan over this exact same thing. Voted against a bill, took credit when the stuff came into the district. You know, Biden said it in his State of the Union the other night. Where he was like, I see a lot of you guys taking credit for the money while voting against a bill. Well, you know, hey, feel free. Go ahead and send that money back if you want. Right? You can do that. No worries. Stop fucking lying. So anyway, the takeaway here is very straightforward. They're liars. They're full of shit. They have no idea how to govern. And they always try to hop in front of the parade. No matter how much they tried to stop the creation of the parade in the first place, they want to hop in front of it. Absolutely pathetic. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.